In the summer of 1940, the British Army stood on the edge of destruction. Trapped between the advancing German army and the cold waters of the English Channel, nearly 400,000 Allied soldiers were driven toward a narrow stretch of sand near the French town of Dunkirk. For the men who stood there, it was not a miracle. It was a nightmare. Veterans remembered the sound first, the constant thunder of artillery and the scream of dive bombers. Stuka sirens wailed as bombs tore into the beaches and harbors. Smoke blackened the sky. Ships burned offshore. There was nowhere to hide. Soldiers lay flat in the sand, clutching rifles that were useless against aircraft, waiting for death from above. Men were killed without ever seeing an enemy soldier. The German advance had been relentless. British, French, and Belgian units were shattered by speed, armor, and air power. Entire formations collapsed. Officers vanished. Orders stopped coming. Retreat turned into flight, yet discipline endured. Veterans recalled standing in long, silent lines stretching into the sea, waiting to board ships that might never reach them. Some waited days, waist-deep in water, as bullets cracked overhead. Many never made it. Ships sent to rescue them were bombed and sunk before their eyes. Men drowned under the weight of their equipment. Others burned alive as oil-covered water ignited around them. And still, they waited. Then came the boats. Not warships alone, but fishing vessels, ferries, pleasure craft, crewed by civilians who crossed the channel under fire. Veterans never forgot the sight. Ordinary people steering straight into hell to save them. Some soldiers were rescued by destroyers. Others clambered aboard small wooden boats never meant for open sea. Many were pulled from the water at the last moment. It did not feel like victory. It felt like survival. When the evacuation ended on June 4, 1940, more than 338,000 men had escaped, but nearly all heavy equipment was lost. Britain's army had fled the continent. In military terms, Dunkirk was a disaster, but for the men who lived through it, Dunkirk was something else. It was proof that courage did not always mean charging forward. Sometimes it meant holding still under fire. Sometimes it meant waiting without hope. Sometimes it meant trusting that someone would come. Veterans carried the memory for the rest of their lives, the faces of those left behind, the sound of bombs, the taste of salt and smoke. Dunkirk did not win the war, but it saved the army that would. And for those who stood on that beach, it marked the moment they understood what the war would demand and what it would take to endure.